Hello and welcome to the Gymnastics Network. Today is the pregame show for Nebraska versus Minnesota. Going to be an exciting Big Ten matchup, and we're really excited to be here and to be actually live. We do these live now. Catch us later today at 7 p.m. Eastern time for a meet with Stanford and Cal. It's going to be an exciting time. So jumping in here, Nebraska last week put up a 403.05 against Penn State. Nice showing. The team looks really strong. They had a little bit of a rough parallel bar rotation, so I think if they hit parallel bars this week, they're going to end up taking the dub, and I'm real excited for that. But also, too, Illinois, we talked to them. The interview will be after this. They have done an amazing job of preparation since their last bout with Penn State. It's funny that both teams have fallen to Penn State in the prior weeks. Nebraska in week 4 and Illinois in week 3. So it's going to be interesting to see them go at it. Just to kind of give a quick breakdown here, for floor, we went with Sam Phillips. We had him on the show, I believe, last week for the pregame show. We had a nice interview with Sam Phillips. It was really great. He put up a 14.05. Good stuff from Sam Phillips. And also, Taylor Christopoulos from Nebraska put up a 13.85. So keep an eye out for both Sam Phillips and Taylor Christopoulos from Nebraska on floor. Also, on horse for Nebraska, Cooper Giles. Cooper Giles is the man. He is the brother of Charlie Giles. Cooper and Charlie are both extremely talented gymnasts, and we're really excited to see what both of them are going to do this weekend. But Cooper, last week against Penn State, put up a 14.1. Super high score. I believe he's ranked in the top 5 right now. He is an absolute stud on the horse. So make sure you keep an eye out for Cooper Giles from Nebraska on pommel horse. For rings, we have Dylan Young. Put up a 13.6 last week. Really good strength, really good swing coming out from him. I think Nebraska's weak point has always been their rings. So it's good to see that they're putting some decent ring guys out on the floor this year, and I think they're going to do a great job. Moving on to vault, we have, again, Taylor Christopoulos from Nebraska. Put up a 14.55. He does an absolute gnarly 2.5. So keep an eye out for Taylor Christopoulos from Nebraska on vault. For P-bars, we have Dylan LeClaire from Nebraska against Penn State last weekend. He put up a 13.1. Great score from him. We're really excited to see what he's going to do. I think he had a couple of form breaks last week. So I think if he can stay relatively clean during this weekend, you're probably going to see his score even jump up even higher. And for high bar, we have Evan Haymanson from Nebraska put up a 13.35. And also Dylan King from Nebraska put up a 13.1. Keep an eye out for both of those guys. Evan Haymanson from Nebraska and Dylan King as well. Cannon, why don't you go in and talk about Minnesota?
Yeah, Minnesota, they've been struggling a little bit at the start of the season, but that's nothing to say. I actually think that Minnesota's going to give Nebraska a run for their money. I'm predicting that Nebraska will take this matchup, but, anything could happen, and I think Minnesota's going to have a much better showing. So, last week against Ohio State, they put up a 387.25, which they fell to Ohio State by over 13 points, so not too good. But I'm excited for you guys to be able to see this interview and get to see what these Minnesota boys are talking about. They got a lot of confidence in there. So starting off, for the floor, we picked Colton D, normally a rings guy, but he's been putting up some good numbers. He put up a 14.05 against Ohio, so really good. And keep an eye out for Mike Moran as well. Very strong floor worker. Also had him on the interview last week. As for Palm Horse, we want to take a look at Henry Meeker from Minnesota and also Noah Duran. So sophomore and freshman respectively.
Those guys have been doing a good job, actually. A really good job.
They've been putting it on Palm Horse. Minnesota has been doing their job.
They have.
It's been a weaker point of them, and they've made an effort to stay on the horse and get some hits in. So always good to see from them. On the rings, we're going to be looking at Garrett Kasiski, who we're going to have in the interview later. And we're also going to be looking at Henry Meeker again. So, two very good gymnasts on the rings. Both put up 13.4 and 13.25 respectively in their last matchup against Ohio State. And I'm going to be very interesting to watch against Nebraska. As for the vote, we got the man, sticks only, Mike Moran. He put up a 14.5 last weekend. And also his All-American teammate, Ben Isles. Ben Isles put up a 14.35 and is an extremely powerful and clean vaulter. So you definitely don't want to miss his vault. It's only 6 seconds, but don't miss it.
Mike Moran has been doing an amazing job on almost every event that he does right now.
He's a beast, man.
He is.
He works hard. He's a beast. As for P-Bars, we're going to be taking a look at Crew Bold and Mike Moran again. I mean, Minnesota, they've had some struggles with injuries, and a lot of their guys have had to step up. And obviously with the absence of Shane Witzke so far, P-Bars and High Bars meant that they're going to need other people to step up, and Crew and Mike have been doing that for them. Crew put up a 13.65, and Mike Moran put up a 13.45. So those are really, really good scores. So definitely keep an eye out for them. For the High Bar, take a look out for sophomore Victor Perez, 13.05 he put up against Ohio State. Didn't compete much last season due to injury, but is coming back this season. He's coming back strong. 13.05 on High Bar. Very, very, very good score. He got him first place honors against Ohio State. And next up is going to be Ben Isles from Minnesota as well. He put up a 12.65 and is very proficient High Bar worker. Didn't compete High Bar his entire freshman or sophomore year, actually, if you could believe it.
Really?
But he's coming back this year, and he's coming back hard again. So those are my top picks for the 6.
Well, who do you think's going to take it, Kenan?
Yeah, I think Nebraska's going to take it probably by 3 points. 4-0. No.
Do you think Minnesota's going to break 400?
No, not this meet. Not against Nebraska. I'm predicting the final score to be 398 to 395. So Minnesota's going to have a significant increase from their last week of a 387, so an 8-point increase, but I don't think they're going to break 400 just yet.
I think you're right. I think Minnesota's probably going to be around the upper 95s, and then I believe Nebraska can get up on a probably they could probably break their score from last weekend if they hit. But that's always a contingency. But they seemed super consistent. That was their first meet versus Penn State. So the fact that they were able to come out on a first showing and do that well, maybe now that the nerves are a little off, first meet jitters type of idea. Now that those are all gone, I could see Nebraska doing even better this weekend. We've only seen teams progress. We haven't seen anybody go backwards yet. So
yeah,
I don't think Nebraska's going to be the first one.
Yeah, it's not going to be Nebraska to go back. So onwards and upwards, Dogecoin to the moon.
Yeah.
Pump and dump.
All right, we're going to kick it over to our interviews now. Hello and welcome to the Gymnastics Network. I'm your host, Isaac Hammett.
Cannon Johnson.
And today we're filming the pregame show for Minnesota versus Nebraska that's taking place this Saturday. It's going to be a very exciting meet. 2 great Big Ten schools, and it's always awesome to watch them go at it. Today we're joined by 2 talented Minnesota gymnasts. Why don't you guys take a moment and introduce yourselves?
I'll start. I'm Garrett Kasiski, Jr. from Virginia Beach, Virginia, and I do rings, vault, and floor.
Yeah, and I'm Andrew Hyde. I'm a sophomore from Plymouth, Minnesota, and I do pommel horse, rings, and vault.
All right, nice guys. So, quick thing. What are you guys looking forward to towards your matchup against Nebraska?
I'm looking forward most to a lot of us coming back from injuries. At least last week, kind of had a poor showing at Ohio State. It was unfortunate with what we were talking. And yeah, so a lot of people are coming back. A lot of our dismounts. We're not doing as many C dismounts and everything. So that'll hopefully bump our score up a little bit.
Yeah, and I mean, get another shot to go out there. And I know we've kind of stumbled a little bit to start the season, but we're getting a lot of guys back. We're getting healthier as the year goes on. Again, so yeah, we're getting closer and closer to full strength. Hope it's all going to come together at the right time.
Yeah, so we had your teammates Michael Moran and Crew Bold on the show, and they were mentioning that you guys were coming back from injury. But it was unfortunate to see you guys lose to Ohio, especially after Crew's choice of words. So what are you guys looking to improve on going into Nebraska this week?
I think the main thing, as I said before, is dismounts. We didn't have too many dismount sticks throughout last meet, so hopefully we can improve on that to get a few points back.
Yeah, I think generally just kind of staying on the equipment too. We had a couple unfortunate falls. So yeah, we got to make sure we're staying on, not counting those points off.
Yeah, I heard that, man. You got to stay on the event. What's kind of the mentality in the Minnesota gym right now? How are you guys feeling? Are you feeling confident going into this meet? Are you guys just focused on yourselves? What's the plan here for the weekend?
It's kind of hard to put a finger on like the mentality. We're all, I guess I would kind of agree with we're all doing our own thing, but we are all trying to come together during the meet, and we're not really trying to put too much pressure on ourselves by saying like we have to win this. We're just doing the best we can with the guys we have that are healthy, because our roster is not looking deep at the moment. Not too much depth on every event, so we're just trying to go out there and do the best routines we can.
Yeah, I think we're starting to feel better. I know, again, it's been a long time since we competed last. Getting back into the swing of things with season and everything. I know I'm feeling good, and I know a lot of the other guys are feeling the same way.
Sweet. Jumping into it, Minnesota, you guys look good. We really enjoyed watching the Minnesota meet. We thought it was a fun time. But for this weekend, something I was curious about is how has COVID been affecting you guys since you started the season? I know how it happened in the off season, but since you guys have been back, have you found any more challenges in trying to work together as a team and keep everything kind of cohesive with COVID going on?
Yeah, it's kind of been hard to navigate what to do with COVID, because everyone's kind of on edge regarding it. Everyone has different ideals with what they want to do and what we should do. So it's been kind of a gray area for us. I don't know. We haven't really. It's kind of hard to like picture how it's been during the season, but I think it's been a little tough on us because there's more stuff to do. At least a lot more PCR tests and stuff, and a lot more limits on going out, I guess. So yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like kind of making sure we're on this like the same page with like making sure we're being careful. We like leave our house and like in the gym and stuff, making sure we're not being too close to each other. And with travel too, like it's a little dicey during our last trip. But yeah, it's doing the best we can, making sure that we're staying as healthy as possible.
Yeah, your health is really important, and Crew and Mike really stress that point that your guys' health is going to take precedent over, because you guys have a lot of knee and ankle injuries over there for Minnesota. But Andrew, I'm just looking at some of the scores from last weekend. I saw that you had a little falter on pommel horse. What have you been doing in the gym to improve that? And it's anything you could tell the Minnesota fans out there that you're about to go out there and kill it this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, I've been kind of hitting my pommel sets again, focusing more on where my hands are going, because I know I've kind of put it like right off to the side and slipped off in the same spot. So yeah, I've been focusing on making sure I know where I'm putting my hands. Had a pretty good week routines, hit a really good set today, so looking forward to getting again this weekend.
Yeah. And Garrett, are we going to be expecting to see you on floor, rings, and vault again?
Yes.
All right, nice. Hopefully you could hit that double front. I know a lot of guys have tried it this NCAA season, and a lot of guys actually haven't been successful. You were successful this past weekend, so that's something good to note.
Yeah, just wondering too about your guys' pommel horse squad for this weekend. I know you guys are working and trying to make it better, obviously. But as a squad, what are you guys focused on for this weekend going in? Like, I know usually Pommel Horse has a goal as a whole, as an event. It's usually the same 5 or 6 guys. So what's kind of the Pommel Horse mentality and goal for the weekend?
I mean, for this weekend, it's kind of we're thinking is like we just got to stay on the horse. Like good things happen when you hit. And I know we were missing David Pachinko last weekend. We'll have him back. And he's a guy that's going to give us a big score if he stays on. And the rest of our lineup too. If we're able to hit our routines like we know we can, we can put up some good numbers.
Yeah. So looking at it, you guys put up a 60.4 on Pommel Horse, so you guys are definitely looking to improve that. And with David Pachinko's score, you guys definitely can do that. But I want to take a closer look at your P-bars and I-bar score. So on parallel bars, you guys put up a 65.0, and on high bar, you guys put up a 61.85, which is those aren't terrible scores, but they're definitely uncharacteristic, especially coming from Minnesota being such a very proficient P-bars and high bar school. Can we be looking to see some improvement there this weekend?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we had a lot of guys out. It was just a really shaky meet on those events, at least. It was at the end of the meet. Everyone was kind of tired. So I definitely think it's gonna be looking a lot better this weekend.
Yeah, I've seen some really good things out of our guys on P-bars and high bar. Like I don't do either one of those events, but the guys that do, they've been looking good this week. So I think we'll be in a better spot this weekend.
All right. Well, Garrett, I want to ask you a question about your ring squad. For you guys that had put up a 64.3, so definitely some notable changes in difficulty and execution in general on the rings. What have you guys been doing to improve that weak point?
Well, the main thing I think that changed our ring score from week 1 to 2 was, of course, adding dismounts and stuff and getting those better. Another thing was just getting that first routine under your belt. Everyone's kind of shaky at first routine back after 9 months, 10 months. So everyone's a little not at their best. So basically for this weekend, we're hoping to just clean up a little more, add some difficulty in a few places, and get a few dismounts up to the D range so we get full credit.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan. Gymnastics is one thing. But I would say I'm a little more curious for this weekend, too, about what the overall goal for your guys is. Not I guess not even just this weekend, but just for your whole season. I know that Shane Wiskus isn't, from what I understand, he's not there anymore. But, given that your top guy is gone, what are you guys looking to do as a team? Like, what's the goal for this year?
You got some?
Yeah, I mean, I know, obviously we want to win. We want to win NCAA's Big Tens. But we've had a lot of bad luck thrown our way. So we're trying to get out there, do the best we can, and if we put forth our best effort, good things are going to happen. So that's kind of our mentality.
Yeah, I would say our goal for this year is just to try and make some more memories. That's a goal for every year. So we're just gonna put everything out there on the floor this year, and hopefully something good comes as a result. If it doesn't, just know we did everything we could to achieve that result that we wanted. So basically, leave with no regrets.
Yeah, I heard that, man. There's nothing better than leaving everything out on the floor. Because regret stings more than anything else more than any pain you'll ever face in the whole gym. I know you guys know that firsthand.
Yeah, well, that's really good. I'm happy that you guys are going out there and having a good time, because it is some of your guys on the team's last season. So definitely an important thing. But my final question for the night is going to be, you guys have anything to say to Nebraska? I know Crew had some pretty strong words for Ohio, but how do you guys feel about Nebraska?
You got something first, man?
Nah, it's all you.
Well, we might as well keep it rolling, right? No, we were going to lose to some team that's an N for knowledge on their uniform, right? That's what the Cornhusker N actually stands for, is knowledge, because in Nebraska.
Yeah.
We're trying to beat some teams in the Nebraska, all right? That's our goal, all right? Because I know floor squat, from personal experience, floor squat's popping off, rings is popping off, and vault.
That's true.
We're sticking all 6.
Yeah. Yeah.
73.
That's what you want to hear. That's what you want to hear.
Let N for knowledge know.
Keep the cellies. Be ready for the cellies after these bone sets.
The
I'm
cellies,
looking
bro.
for it.
The
Oh,
cellies.
I'm looking for it.
Well, we're going to keep an eye out for those. We're going to keep an eye out for the cellies. I've never heard anybody say that. All right. Well, why don't you guys just take one last time to, do your sign off, say your name, the events that you guys are going to do this weekend, and good luck to you guys.
All right. Well, I'm Garrett Kosiski Jr. at the University of Minnesota. I am a rings, floor, and vault guy.
Yeah, I'm Andrew Hyde. I'll be in on pommel horse, vault, and rings this weekend. So, yeah, looking forward to it.
Word.
All right. Well, hopefully we get to see some cellies.
Yeah. Word.
Yep.
Thank you guys.
All right. And go Minnesota.
Go Gophers.
All right.
Go Gophers.
Sky Yuma.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Yep.
Hello. Thanks for being here. That is the end of our pregame show. Thank you for being here. We're going to be doing a live stream with Stanford later